All right, Artie, baseball. Baseball, number 11 in the country. Sitting at 3-1. Got a great start this past weekend. Outscoring Ryder 30-2 with Ryder's 2 runs coming off of solo home runs by the same guy, a freshman. I honestly can't remember his name. I want to say it was Neri, something like that. Anyways, 16-2 on opening night. Then you shut them out the next 2 nights, 7-0 both games. Artie, what was your feeling after Sunday?
This is where we need to be. This is exactly where I expected us to be. Taking care of business against Ryder, doing exactly what we needed to do, getting prepared for Campbell. I knew, and it wasn't that I was trying to take Ryder for granted or overlook Ryder. When you're a program of our caliber, though, you don't lose series to Ryder. You don't go 2-1 to Ryder. You go ahead, take care of your business. You flex your muscle. You sweep that series. You get prepared for the first real true test of the season, which was Campbell. Obviously, we know what happened with Campbell. We'll talk about that. But, yeah, that was business as usual to me.
Yeah, I mean, that felt like, okay, we took care of business. That first game against Campbell is always a tough one. Shout out.
They got our number, man. They do. Campbell's got us right now.
Shout out to that catcher turned pitcher that also hit a 3-run bomb off us. I mean, that dude, you want to talk about bad to the bone. That guy was bad to the bone last night in Campbell's victory over the Pirates, 7-6. Look, talking about that game, Marty, Pirates made mistakes. We've seen it last year during the midweek game. We made mistakes. I don't know if I don't think the moment's too big, but it just seemed like there was pressure, right? And Coach Hare at Campbell plays a very aggressive style of baseball.
Yeah,
squeeze bunting. I mean, plays very similar to how the Pirates will play, right?
Yeah,
Play small ball and gonna force your hand. ECU, when their hand was forced, they weren't able to execute. I mean, you had Jacob Starling who dropped the ball on the tag on a stolen base. That's an error that extended the inning. That led to a run. And then Justin Wilcoxon throwing it into center field in the bottom of the ninth, or bottom of the eighth, to give Campbell a shot to tie it up and then eventually take the lead in the 8th inning. Yeah. And then you left 11 guys on base. You can't do that.
Cannot leave 11 guys.
Campbell, in my opinion, is the top 20 team in the country. They beat UCSB, California, Santa Barbara, top 20 team in the country. Took the series from them over the weekend, beat us. They're a top 20 team. Honestly, probably a top 15 team in the country. They're going to be a hard out come June. And the Pirates will see them in CLS later on this season. I want to give a quick shout out to a friend of the podcast, Parker Bird. Yes. How cool is that? How cool is that?
No, he made national news and everything. Like CBS.
My grandmother texted me today and said, "Do you know this Parker Bird kid? He's on Fox News." And I was like, "Yeah, I know Parker Bird." She was like, "Are you gonna have him on the podcast?" I was like, "Go check it out. It's like episode 130." Yeah. Come on, Grandma. Go listen to the podcast. Support
Absolutely awesome story, man. Awesome. But we knew he would get back to this point. I mean, just having him on, we knew that he was going to work his tail off to put himself in a position to get to that point. So,
for sure, yeah. And then Artie, this weekend, it's a big one. I always love this series because I love the aspect of traveling. ECU, Carolina, game 1 at Chapel Hill, game 2 at a neutral site in Fayetteville, Segra Stadium in Fayetteville, and then Sunday back home in Greenville. Welcome to the jungle. ECU versus UNC.